Hi everyone, yesterday I went on an amazing journey with my family. I went to Santa's Lapland and I want to tell you all about it. However, I'm not going to show you any photographs because I don't want to spoil it. It was a purely magical day for us all. If you want to see what it's like, the local airport, somebody's took a promotional video for Enontekiö Airport with the full experience on it. So I'll put a link to that in the description. But yes, this trip was organised by Canterbury Travel, and you got this fantastic bag in advance full of Christmas stuff, and I'm not going to spoil that either. We flew from Liverpool on a Jet2 charter flight chartered by Canterbury Travel. Can I just first of all say thank you to Jet2, especially the Liverpool ground staff and the in-flight crew. They're just, with the icing on the cake, they were absolutely amazing. We had loads of fun. I've never been on a flight where you actually have fun. It was wonderful. It is an expensive day, and while it's a long day, you're not that long in Lapland, but it's long enough. It's long enough. I think for the three of us, it cost £2,500. So for one day, you go, wow. But when you break that down, it's a 3-hour flight on a charter flight. You get fed, you get a snack, a sandwich going out, and you get a hot meal coming back at night, which was, a hot turkey dinner after a day in the snow. What was absolutely wonderful is that it wasn't crowded. There was one plane's worth of people there, so about 180 people. And 3 hours later, another flight come from Gatwick. So there was less than 400 people there. So if you're expecting Manchester Christmas markets like that, forget it. Forget it. It was wonderful. You didn't have to queue for anything. You didn't have to queue for anything. So, husky rides, reindeer rides, no sleigh rides, by the way, you're not controlling yourselves. Snowmobile. I've always wanted to ride a snowmobile, and I did it yesterday. My son was on the back. I think about 140 centimetres is the height limit for a passenger on the back. He actually went on some little kids ones that were tethered, go around the circle. Amazing. There was an ice igloo castle. Lots of sledges for kids. And the main man himself. It wasn't some bloke with a stuck-on beard. It was him. It was Father Christmas. The real deal. It was a real deal. I'm convinced of it. And when I was leaving, I actually had to look back for one last look because it was him. And I missed my step and nearly fell down the steps. What an idiot. But it was magical. The local staff, the local Finnish staff. And I've been to Finland before, and I've a view of the Finns as being very nice, polite, and friendly people. And the locals were just, they were lovely. They really were. And they made it a special day. And they're all, of course, they're all dressed as elves. And what was really nice, it wasn't commercialised. I mentioned, the notorious UK Christmas markets. It was nothing like that. There's no bars. So if you're expecting to go on a drink, don't, because it's a dry. It's a used term resort, but there's nowhere to spend your money. Hot food was put on. It was some kind of spaghetti bolognese, probably reindeer meat, a bit known in the area. Vegetable soup, really hearty, simple food. Pancakes. Somebody was mourning a little bit that there was no chicken nuggets or things like that for the kids. You're in Lapland. You're in Lapland. It was wonderful. It really was. It wasn't at all commercialised. There was a small gift shop selling very nice craft items. It was wonderful. It was amazing. It really was. It was well worth the money. When you break it down for being on a basic, what was a charter flight, and all the activities. Yeah, It was fantastic. Would I do it again? I've done it once. I don't think the magic will be there a second time. I don't think so. It's a once in a lifetime experience. Is this? It's a long day. Flight took off at 7:45 in the morning, and we got back, I don't know, 9ish. I'd lost count by then. 9ish in the evening. You're in country for about 5 or 6 hours, which is long enough to do everything. If you want to do things twice, that's long enough. So that was perfect. It was a perfect day. The organisation in advance from Canterbury Travel is amazing. Recommending what clothes you should buy: base layers, hats, gloves, socks. All the outer clothing they provide. So they provide you with a massive big snow suit to put on. Now, I'm not the fittest of chaps, and I found it very restrictive. Not tight, and it wasn't bulky. It was a strange sensation. It was like being in water, and I found walking in the snow really, really difficult. So when we arrived there by their unique form of travel, I tried to walk up a gentle slope, bang, right to my face. Tried to walk up it again, bang, right to my face again. So I'm not used to walking in snow. I really am not. But they provide all the outdoor equipment, and you do need it. It was -8 when we were there. A couple of weeks before, it was -30. -30. Now, I made the mistake of taking if I did it again, I would do one thing differently. I took a massive big parka, because you walk from the aircraft to the terminal about 2 minutes, and I took a big parka. Now, when I'm in the massive security queue at Liverpool Airport, I've got this parka with me, bags. So don't feel obliged to take the big coat. I had a Helly Hansen base layer, a t-shirt, and a fleece on, and this massive parka over the top. I'd have dropped the parka and maybe just worn another fleece or a waterproof jacket. It's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes. I found it a physically tiring day. As I say, I'm not fit, but I am sore today. I'm a bit stiff. There are disabled facilities, so disabled people can, if they're in a wheelchair, there's sledges, like a sledge chair they can go around on. There's a lot of older people there. Not with kids, groups of older people. Good luck to them, but walking on snow I found very difficult. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. The only thing I thought could have been a bit better, when you got the snowsuits, I think everybody was that excited. You had a lot of people trying to put on these strange, bulky garments, and there's videos they send out in advance how to put them on. Lots of people trying to put these massive snowsuits on in not the biggest of areas. That's the only bit where I thought, ugh. Coming back, it was very easy. It was quite the opposite, to be honest, because it's more staggered. With your own gear, they look after it for you. So everything goes into a big sack, tied, and put safely to one side. So my big bulky parka and all the family's coats and things like that, and we'd taken a bag with snacks in for the flight, that all stopped. So all we took with us was a light rucksack, just with cameras in it and maybe a change of hat. If you've got kids, they will get full of snow, they will get wet. So maybe take a spare hat or something. Face coverings, definitely, but Canterbury Travel tell you all this in advance. Read their information very carefully, because it's cold. It's cold. Yeah. So, a perfect day. I'm really glad we did it. My son's 8, so probably the perfect time, so he could enjoy all the activities. I thought, some families had younger kids, and the kids seem to be getting a little bit fed up with the cold. It's cold, you're in Lapland, but from the Jet2 staff checking in at Manchester to all the Canterbury Travel people in country, to the resort staff. I call it a resort. It's not a resort. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny village. The catering staff were lovely. Everybody very respectful, very polite. Even the airport security were nice. and on Tekio airports. They were even really helpful and friendly, and it was such a nice day, a really nice day, completely non-commercialised. It was wonderful. It really was, and I'm really glad I did it. Really glad. My wife's been on to me a few years. Let's do it. I've gone. Oh, it's a bit expensive. I'm really glad we bit the bullet and did it. I would definitely recommend Canterbury Travel. They knocked it out the park. Jet2 knocked it out the park. It was amazing. It really was amazing. It was. I think if you watch this channel, we go on cruises regularly. This was the best level of service I have had by a UK company. This was Royal Caribbean on ship levels of customer service. Amazing. Absolutely perfectly amazing. So big thumbs up Canterbury Travel. Big thumbs up Jet2. By the way, Canterbury Travel are the same company as Cruise Kings, who we book our cruises with. So when my wife booked this, they went, "You've already got a holiday book with us." What? A cruise? Ah. So Cruise Kings and Canterbury Travel are the same company. But definitely Lapland, The Search for Santa, a perfect day. And we're resting for a few days now. I'm really tired, slightly stiff, slightly because I've been very unfit. But what a wonderful day. As I said, I will put a video, a video somebody else has made, if you really want to watch what the experience is like. But I don't want to spoil it because it was just such a step into the unknown and such an adventure. You know, you're flying 3 hours to the Arctic Circle and getting off at this tiny airport in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by snow, and you're going across a frozen lake, and it's just like it's a lot to take in. And it was Santa Claus. It really was him. It really was him. So anyway, everybody have a wonderful Christmas. I wish everybody a very happy and healthy 2025.